That's an improvement. Connecting. Alright. Yes!
Sweet Lady Freedom, let's make out! Jeez, man, I guess restarting my computer did it.
I mean, I probably didn't say anything 5 minutes, and all of a sudden, fade black, and I was like, what the hell's going on now?
I understand, yeah, like, I could go on your account, but I couldn't see you at all, so,
Yeah.
And who's that behind you?
Oh, I'm guessing some folks.
Oh, okay, some folks. Cool. What's up, man?
Hey, not a lot, brother. Just a crazy day at work and all that fun stuff. And guess what? I still have to come in on my day off tomorrow.
Really? What's going on tomorrow?
Quarterly meeting and some wine training.
Oh, bullshit. Just tell my dad you don't want to come.
Patrick, could I just do the wine training at home?
Yeah, exactly. I'll do training at home. Hey, what's up, Ash? Also, by the way, this is how you're all saved in my contacts as this now.
Daniel McDaniel. Oh my god.
The whole Joe and McDaniel clan.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Captain Nutsack.
I mean, Captain Nutsack. That's only for parties. That's only for parties.
Oh god.
Geez.
So anyway, yeah, just Ashton, if you have friends who are wrestling fans, go ahead and tell them Drunken Fools of Wrestling is on.
Yeah.
Nutsack.
Baby. Oh boy.
Oh gosh. So today we are going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about a very controversial topic, Chris Benoit.
Oh, geez, we are?
We are, yeah.
I thought we were talking about Hulk Hogan.
Well, I have an op-ed later about Hulk Hogan.
Gotcha. So we're talking about Chris Benoit first. That's great.
Yeah. But before that,
oh boy.
But before that, some of the news of the week, of course, Roman Reigns getting suspended.
Yep.
All I can say is that with a possible marijuana bust, maybe he's not a bad guy. He's not a good guy. He just knows a guy.
Let me see. Let me try to pull out how much money I need for the steel. I can't believe it, man. You know, it's like, is he still going to be part of Battleground?
That's the thing. Like he comes back 2 days before the pay-per-view, so I don't know if I really don't know if they're going to try to keep him in the main event or just have Ambrose Rollins at Battleground or try to push them to a later date. I really don't know.
Well, no, they keep promoting him though. It's like when I watched SmackDown, when I watched SmackDown on Thursday, they still promoted the event, and that was Tuesday. It was already after his stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like it's not. I mean, I don't think that it's like they had too much time to react to the news happening just yet. Yeah, like I said, like you know now that SmackDown is on tape delay. Aired on Tuesdays.
No. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. No. It aired Tuesday, which was after the Roman Reigns thing. The Roman Reigns thing happened like a Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. They're probably gonna do something like Roman Reigns was attacked in the parking garage and we'll be back the day after Battleground.
I could see
manager
like
Tom
that.
Bush.
Wait, what'd you say that last part?
I'm your general manager, Tom Bush.
Tom. Would you like a bicycle? Holla.
But anyway, yeah, just like who knows what they're gonna do with this? Roman Reigns shot himself in the foot. Is he go? Do you think he's gonna be? Do you think his spot in the main event is still gonna be secure when he comes back, or do you think that they're going to to push them down the card a bit, or how do you think they're going to punish them?
I think personally he shouldn't be in the main events. But they keep, like I said, they've already promoted SmackDown, which, yes, airs Tuesday, but it was already after the fact of Roman Reigns doing all this. So they keep pushing it. We'll see what they do on Raw. Maybe they'll change things up. Maybe they'll say, like you said, maybe they'll make some bullshit about being attacked in the parking lot, and it'll just be Ambrose versus Rollins. Or maybe they'll throw in, God help us, throw in one of the Usos on his behalf, but I highly doubt it.
Oh, no, not at all, man.
Yeah, I hope not.
And Ashton wants us to read his comments because his SIM card got removed.
We can see your comments. Yes, Ashton, we can.
See your comments. We know you exist.
We know you exist. Yes, SmackDown does air Tuesday. We'll be going live July 19th. Thank God. That'll be awesome.
Only on the USA Network.
Only on the USA Network for $9.99 a month.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, man, like, let's see, what are some other things? I don't know if you saw NXT last week.
NXT was awesome.
In 2 weeks, now it's going to be 2 weeks from Wednesday, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor.
Yee. And I have the equipment to celebrate. Strong Style has arrived.
I bet you that outside the house and people were just like, God damn it.
Oh, no one says anything to me. The only comments I get are, hey, do you have $5? That's about it.
Well, you do live in Atlanta. People are trying to grift you and panhandle you all they can.
This is Atlanta, dude.
Oh, yeah. The traffic never stops.
Traffic never stops. But no, I have worn this several times out of the house. I went to Barnes & Noble on Friday wearing it. Thank you very much. And I was in the anime section, so I was in the perfect area.
I'm sure people were just like, oh my gosh, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, totally. See my pasty white skin. It's totally Shinsuke Nakamura.
You should try and get Jared to wear that shirt.
I really should. No, see the white version of Shinsuke Nakamura would be wait, what'd you say?
Get Jared like one of those little Richard wigs or something like that.
Oh my god. That'd be awesome.
Dude, yes. For Halloween you need to make Jared Shinsuke Nakamura.
Fuck yeah. Ashton, no, Shinsuke versus Balor will be just on NXT in 2 weeks. Wednesday the 13th?
I think, yeah.
I have a calendar right here. I think it's Wednesday the 13th. Yeah, Wednesday the 13th. So it'll just be on NXT, not NXT Brooklyn, which I think is in August, right?
Yeah, it's during SummerSlam weekend.
Cool, yeah, okay. So yeah, they'll just be on NXT, so it's going to be freaking awesome. What's up, Robert? H.
What's the H for? Halitosis?
Halloween.
Do you have bad breath, Robert? Do you have bad breath?
Robert Halitosis. That sounds like a shitty, villain for like one of the sidekicks for a villain.
Yeah. And I am Dr. Doom. Meet my sidekick, Robert Halitosis.
No, it sounds like a Captain Planet villain.
You know what halitosis is, right?
Yes, I do know what halitosis is.
Good.
That's why I say if it's actually it doesn't fit for Captain Planet. You're right. It fits for like
Garbage Pail Kids or something like that.
Like Garbage Pail Kids, yeah. or a Mr. Clean commercial.
Mr. Clean is as a freak crime fighter.
That needs to happen.
Yes. I am Mr. Clean. I fight the grunge.
So he fights 3 Days Grace.
Oh shit, man! His arch nemesis are like Alice in Chains and
Alice in Chains, yeah, or
Pearl Jam or
Pearl Jam. Who else?
Gotta say Nirvana.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of post grunge. My bad. Grunge is Nirvana, Alice in Chains. Probably maybe Soundgarden.
Yeah, Soundgarden kind of came in after the Trinity fell. Alice in Chains, Nirvana. Alice in Chains, Nirvana, Pearl Jam.
Gotcha. What?
Yeah.
What about 9 Inch Nails?
I'd say they're probably second gen grunge. You know, like I said, after the main Trinity.
Gotcha.
But anyway,
WWE champion Dean Ambrose, hell yeah.
Yep. Majora's Mask.
The 2003 featherweight champion. Oh wait, 2000, my bad.
Oh yeah. Heck, even in 2003.
Yeah, he maintained the title.
All right, but anyway, so who do you think's going to take this, Nakamura or Balor?
Nakamura, no doubt.
I gotta say Nakamura as well. I'm looking extremely forward to this.
It's gonna be on par with Zayn versus Nakamura, in my opinion. It might even be better.
I mean, Aries versus Nakamura was fantastic. I'd say it was probably a hairbreadth better than Zayn Nakamura was.
That's a tough call because Zayn Nakamura left me in just pure bliss and pure shock that Zayn was leaving. This was the end. So it's really hard for me to top that. But yeah, Aries versus Nakamura was also very, very, very well done. So it's hard to place him.
It really helped solidify Aries as what could very well be the top heel in NXT.
Yeah, I think so. And then, no, in my opinion, what solidified it was when he hurt No Way Jose.
I mean, when you refuse to dance with No Way Jose, you are full-blown heel.
Well, he danced at first, but then he beat him up.
Yeah, well, it was an act.
No, I know it was an act to dance along with him. So yeah, no, it's like No Way Jose is the most happy-go-lucky guy in NXT. That's like beating on I don't even know how to describe that. That's like beating the shit out of Barney and Pee Wee Herman at the same time. And just remember, when life tells you no, you say, "No way, Jose." Anyway.
No, I'll tell you. It's like refusing a big Dominican lunch with David Ortiz.
Exactly. There you go. Pretty much. He pretty much is like the fit David Ortiz.
Because David Ortiz, he gonna have mofongo. He gonna have chimichurri. Pescado a bistec. He's gonna have guacaca con queso frito.
And I feel like the catchphrase of David Ortiz should be when life tells you to, when life tries to get you down, be happy, Big Pappy.
Oh man. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, let's see. What are some other pertinent things happening this week?
Staying on the topic of NXT, besides No Way Jose and besides Nakamura versus Balor and all that, Bayley came back! Yay!
Sasha Banks, our next women's champion.
I'm down with that. Yeah, I think so.
Of course. But yeah, it's nice when we can all agree.
Yeah, it is nice when we have nice things. But yeah, no, it was so great to see Bayley come back. It was a mediocre match. Hey, it's just great to see her back.
Oh yeah, for real. Oh gosh. But anyway, now we got all the happy stuff out of the way. Let's talk about Chris Benoit.
Let's talk about the sad stuff, sure.
And I know that Benoit's been dragged through the mud and everything the last 9 years after that, but so we're not going to focus on that. Instead we're gonna celebrate the man's career.
Yeah, let's focus on the good times.
Exactly. Well, the reason that I bring it up and all that, especially 9 years after the fact, is that sure he did what he did and that can't be undone, but he was one of the first guys that I was able to sit down and watch and say, "Oh my God, that dude is awesome."
Yeah.
He was one of the first guys that I was able to follow. Like when you're, say, like a fan of a sports team, like me and Sean here, the Miami Dolphins. When we start watching and starting to kind of understand the mechanics of the game, you start developing your favorite players and all that. I know, for me, it was the tandem of Dan Marino and Irving Fryer was always a lot of fun to watch. Yeah,
Right.
because you know, like when you had Dan Marino, yeah, you had one of the best probably the best quarterback never win a Super Bowl. Plus, yeah, you had Irving Fryer, who was drafted to the Patriots, but that system had no idea what to do with somebody like Fryer. Don Shula found his niche immediately and made Dolphins football exciting.
Yeah, it did. I was always a big fan of. I love watching Marino, but I was a big fan of the tandem of Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison, our two cornerbacks.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say it was mid '90s to early 2000s is when they were together.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, they were a great tandem. I think they were together for like at least 7 years, and they were so exciting. They were the best corners in the game, in my opinion. And then, of course, I think, I want to say in 2003, we let Surtain go, and then Madison retired not that long after.
Didn't Surtain go to San Francisco, I think?
I want to say he went to either San Francisco or he went to...
Or
no, not Denver. I think it was San Francisco.
Yeah. Because I remember, I do remember Surtain going out west, but
yeah, that's
anyway.
why I say it was probably San Francisco. Anyway,
Yeah, so like, so I think, you know, in regards to some of my favorite Benoit matches, one of my favorite ones actually come from WCW was his match with Bret Hart in October of 1999. Now, I'd probably never seen this match.
probably not.
Well, basically, what had happened was earlier in the year, Bret Hart's brother Owen died. We all know what happened there. So Eric Bischoff allowed Bret Hart to take as much time off from wrestling to properly grieve and everything. Well, Bret Hart comes back and he wanted to put on a tribute match for Owen, and who better to do it than with Chris Benoit? Yeah, like it is just two of the greatest technical wrestlers of their time, and just there are so much WCW did wrong in the last about 2.5-3 years of their operation, but this is one of the things they did absolutely right. Just, yeah, if you guys at home haven't seen that match, watch it. Me later.
It's on the network. Well, actually,
you'd have better luck on YouTube finding that one. I don't think WWE Network has yet gone to streaming episodes of Monday Nitro yet. So,
gotcha.
Oh yeah. To answer your question, Robert, yes, they're having the Cruiserweight Classic, and I am so excited for that.
Yeah, it's July 13th. It should be really good.
Yeah, I've seen a sneak peek to one of the competitors in there, and Yoshihiro Tajiri. I freaking love Tajiri, man. Watching his stuff is just exciting.
Yeah, it's they have the full video on Facebook and probably YouTube by now. It's about 14.5 minutes long. It's all the competitors that are going to be in it, just like a little curtain call. Daniel Bryan and Mauro Ranallo do the announcing, and they do a curtain call for each one. Yeah, it's really dope. Like, it's so great to see. It's so weird to see Daniel Bryan in a suit and tie, but it works. And so it's him and Mauro Ranallo.
Was he wearing like a real off-color 70s suit with like bombs or something like that? Or
yes, I want to say the suit is like dark blue, I think, and then he's got like a reddish tie. I can't remember exactly. I might be confusing his outfit with Ronaldo's. But yeah, it's so great. They're a great team. Dana Bryan and Mauro Ranallo. I can't wait to see this. But like I said, they do a curtain call of each and every competitor. Like Chuck said, Tajiri. Among the list also is Rich Swann, who's starting to make a bit of a splash in NXT. I love watching Rich Swann. That guy's insane. He's the next. He's the next, if not Sir Kingston. And trying to see who else is on the list. Yeah. There's just another favorite of mine, Brian Kendrick. Fuck yeah.
Oh God, gotta love Brian Kendrick.
Dude, fucking Brian Kendrick is here. I was like, he looks so different from how he used to look. It's so crazy.
Oh God, man. Yeah, like what was he got? Like he's got the shorter hair, or is it still like wrong?
He's got like semi-long hair, but he's got like facial hair now, which does not fit for him, I feel like. Especially when you look back to his earlier days, like when he was doing rap battles with John Cena and shit. Like,
oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, just that's some funny stuff right there. Like, yeah, Brian Kendrick has definitely got. I'm really looking forward to that. And speaking of some good NXT concepts, I think they should do is some kind of international series.
I gotcha.
I remember one of my favorite things that TNA used to do is, and yes, at one time Brian Kendrick was referred to as Spanky.
Spanky, yep. And yes, Ashton, we do need to plan Botoxomania. I think we need to give Hulk Hogan maybe 10 more years.
I'd say 12. I'd say about 7. I'd say about 7.
Let's say 5. That's his new 5-year plan to join Botoxomania.
That should be the next Hulk Hogan product.
That should be the next one.
It's Hulk Hogan here. Are you wanting to look jacked up in the face? We'll try Hulk Hogan's Botoxomania, brother.
No, you're doing it wrong. He's going to be, hey, welcome to Botoxomania.
Oh god, but not like oh my god, but not like I said. TNA used to do this. They used to have a they used to have like this. They used to have this called the World X Cup, which was basically an exhibition of various X Division style stars from around the world. Like TNA had a bunch of different international promotions, like I think AAA and CMLL in Mexico. New Japan, IWGP, I think, as well, and
Ring of Honor.
Well, they also had a talent exchange with Ring of Honor for a while until Rob Feinstein couldn't keep him in his pants.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was on one of those, I think, like to catch Predator style shows and got.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so TNA severed ties completely with Ring of Honor. Because of that.
Tack on, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like so that happened to TNA and Ring of Honor, but anyway, yeah, I think like basically you would have 4 different teams. You had Team USA, which was TNA, Team Mexico, Team Canada, and Team Japan usually. Like you get 4 people in each one, and they'd be able to just like. Have a series of different matches with all the different members of of all the different teams or whatever. Like,
I gotcha.
Seriously, with the way that WWE has been getting international talent and making it work, I feel they could do that.
Too true, yeah.
I mean, you'd have, oh yes, Motor City Machine Guns would be amazing for the WWE. Have you seen these guys, Sean?
I've heard of the Motor City Machine Guns. I've seen maybe a couple matches.
Oh god, man, the one word that best describes Motor City Machine Guns: synchronicity.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I've seen maybe like a couple of their matches, but I've seen one half of them in action. Chris Sabin.
Yeah, Sabin. Yeah, okay. I think that was like the first wrestling match that you actually intently watched.
Right, we watched TNA Slammiversary, and then I looked him up later because it was like a wrestler that I remember DJ. Because remember DJ was like, Chris Sabin. I didn't know he was going to be here, and I was just like, well, he's here. So it was like one of those wrestlers that DJ was really excited about. It's like, Chris Sabin. I didn't know he was going to be here.
I mean, I think I might have saw him somewhere on the card. I didn't remember if he was going to be in the X Division title match then, but yeah, definitely excited to see Chris Sabin in that.
Yeah, so okay, I've seen Chris Sabin in action. I haven't seen Shelley, other than when they're together. I haven't seen. Has Shelley ever done singles?
Alex Shelley did do singles, and he did win the X Division title, but that was basically, I think, because Chris Sabin got injured.
Oh, really? He filled in for him?
Yeah, that's basically what that was. I think that Alex Shelley did a solid job with the X Division title, but But yeah, I mean, the two are a whole lot better together than they are. I mean, even separately, they're a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, like just fantastic tag team.
Gotcha.
I'm actually surprised that WWE hasn't tried to glean them yet from whatever indie they're in right now.
It's a good question. What are they doing now? Let me look that up.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Motor City? Because I assume they're not TNA anymore, right?
Oh, I think both of them left TNA within the course of like the last
2 years.
2, 3, 4 years.
Okay, I see what they're doing now. They're currently working for Ring of Honor.
Oh, I think I might have seen them in Ring of Honor recently.
Yeah, they returned to Ring of Honor February of 2016 at the 14th anniversary show. Returned to Ring of Honor and defeated Daniels and Frankie Kazarian in their return match.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So.
my God, man. Yeah.
Oh, God, Ashton.
What's up?
Look at his comment.
Kim Kardashian and Caitlyn Jenner.
Jesus, what should we name their tag team?
Used in plastic.
Oh, boy.
But now, like, I think that, just definitely see if NXT would do a world tour or something like that in an X Cup format. Like
Botches. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. I agree with that because, I mean, like you said, they've had international success. I mean, coming from NXT's brand, I mean, they had Cesaro and Neville, for example, among others. But, I mean, those are two of their most popular.
Oh, yeah, like...
Sami Zayn.
Like I said, yeah, I could see a Team Canada, a TAN, and an international mishmash team.
Like Eastern Europe and Western Europe or something like that.
Yeah, or either that or just, Britain or something like that. Just Britain. I mean...
Yeah, there you go.
It would be a shame if they would have to take a quick Brexit, but... Never not funny.
Never not funny. But Team Japan would be the most killer, obviously. You got freaking Asuka, you got Nakamura, you got Hideo Itami when he comes back. You got... I think who else?
I'll tell you two guys that would complete the Team Japan roster if they were able to. If WWE was able to pay them enough for it. Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yes.
And Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon. I've heard of Ultimo Dragon. I of course seen Jushin.
Oh my God, man! Ultimo Dragon is one of the innovators of high flying offense. And really and truly, he could play for either Mexico or Japan.
Was he both?
He's half Mexican, half Japanese.
Holy fuck! That guy's got to be powerful. Jeez, he's got the luchas on his side, and he's got strong style. No, I'm just kidding. Oh.
Well, he's not necessarily strong style. I know.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if you've researched strong style beyond Nakamura, right?
Not really. No, I was just joking because of Nakamura. That's why I said strong style. Yeah.
Strong style was something that Nakamura incorporated into a style as an homage to New Japan's founder Antonio Inoki, who basically, I don't want to say strong style, but definitely perfected it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but anyway, so some more Chris Benoit matches. How many Chris Benoit matches have you watched, Sean?
I watched that one. I always forget which pay-per-view it was, but it was the one where he took on Edge, Randy Orton, and Triple H. It was them. I think there was more, but it was when they came out of the cages or whatever. Not cages, but
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, that was the 2005 New Year's Revolution pay-per-view.
That's it. I love that freaking match.
Especially when the special ref is Shawn Michaels.
Yes. That's one of my favorite matches of all time now. Yeah, I love that match.
That was definitely a fun one.
Absolutely. I've seen a few Benoit matches. Like I saw the one where he won the title back in 2005. I think it was 2005.
WrestleMania 20.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite matches of all time. Another match that, if you've never seen it, you owe it to yourself to watch. Oh yes, Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko. Anything those two guys were in was magic. ECW.
Dean Malenko is awesome.
It's borderline criminal that Dean Malenko isn't in the Hall of Fame yet, in my opinion. But
I can agree with that.
But anyway, like another great Benoit match that I think you owe yourself to watch is a tag team match. It was for the tag team titles, perhaps one of the greatest matches in Raw history. Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho challenge Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H for the tag team titles.
Wow.
This was, in all accounts, perhaps the greatest match in Raw history, and it will never be mentioned again by WWE.
Damn. That does sound really good.
Oh my god. This is also the match that Triple H tore his quad and wrestled another 10 or 15 minutes.
Shit.
Yeah. Not to mention having to sell walls of Jericho on the announce table with a torn quad.
Damn. Yeah, they doing a lot more back in the day. That's for sure.
Like I said, it was the perfect example of great spots, great storytelling, and just all around great wrestling. Period. End of story.
I can believe that.
Oh my god! Like I said, just you will probably it is the pro wrestling equivalent of an out of body experience. And hello, proverbial potato, whoever you
Hello,
are.
proverbial potato. He's a proverbial potato. What do you think? Actually, wait, Jeff?
Wait.
I'm just kidding. Couch potato.
No, Jeff's name would be actual potato.
Jeff would be literal potato. Yeah. Proverbial potato, it just means, never mind. Anyway, Ashton, the botches finishing moves, the transmit. Oh, God. Just, Ashton, stop. We're not making Kim Kardashian and Caitlyn Jenner a tag team, okay? Just stop.
It's just not going to happen. Nobody's going to keep up with them.
Hell no. No. Dude, R-Truth and Goldust work better as a tag team than Kim Kardashian and Caitlyn Jenner, okay?
Yes. And that's scripted.
And that's what?
And that's it.
And that's scripted, yes. And just shitty. No offense.
Oh yeah, real. And, another testament to Chris Benoit's greatness is the following month after the WrestleMania 20 pay-per-view, they decided to have the rematch at the next pay-per-view Backlash, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus now defending champion Chris Benoit.
Wow.
And it was just as good as the original.
Nice.
Especially when Benoit retains his hometown of Edmonton.
Oh, yeah, okay. I think I've seen that one on YouTube.
Yeah, well, Backlash 2004, in my opinion, is one of the greatest wrestling pay-per-views of all time. Just, that really helps. And also Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack for the Intercontinental title, the hardcore match.
Yes.
Oh my God, you've seen that match.
I think I've seen bits and pieces, yes, because I looked up a bunch of Cactus Jack matches one time, and that was on there.
Oh man, if that couldn't get Randy Orton over, then God knows what would.
Agreed.
But yeah, like checking out some notes and all that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, just like another really good. I think probably this match was particularly disappointing. It was ECW One Night Stand 2005, Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero. Like that was the one match that Paul Heyman never got the chance to book while both men were still on the roster, and in my opinion, it just didn't live up. to expectation. I mean, it was still a solid match from both of them, but both of them were capable of much better, especially when WWE canon didn't really exist for that night because it's an ECW tribute pay-per-view.
Right.
The main caveat was that Eddie Guerrero was still living his heel persona in the midst of his Rey Mysterio feud for a non-canon WWE show or non-ECW reunion show, and like I said, it just took a lot of the mystique out of the match. It took a lot of the. It could have been a lot better, if Eddie Guerrero had incorporated more of his style he had in the '90s in that match. But like I said, it wasn't really anybody's fault, but the booking itself.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But now that we're done talking about all the Chris Benoit stuff, let's go on to something a bit more joyous, shall we?
I thought we were just getting started.
The word of the day, Sean, is bipolar.
Bipolar. So Chris Benoit.
Oh, God.
Someone had to.
I feel enough time has passed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's at least we figured out from our dear friend Michael Reagan that you can get into a WWE show with a Chris Benoit sign by writing Chris Benoit all run in one word. So.
Oh yeah. And if there's probably anybody more psychotic, definitely New Jack.
New Jack is one of the most psychotic people I've ever heard of. Jesus.
In the words of Adam Blampied, please don't kill me.
Please don't kill us, New Jack. And before we go into a new topic, though, I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab a quick drink, okay?
All right, bro.
Be right back.
Yeah. To see if there's anything here. Cake mix from fucking December. It is thirsty work trying to do a pro wrestling show on YouTube or YouNow, and I just got myself a non-aspartame-free Diet Pepsi. Give me your money, Pepsi. Give me your money. But anyway, we are currently on episode 4 of the Drunken Fools of Wrestling podcast, and if we make it to episode 10 with a considerable fan base, we will consider. Thank you, Ashton. We will consider putting on a Patreon account so that we can fund special projects, not only just with Drunken Fools of Wrestling, but also Factory Boys and also my own personal gaming channel on Twitch. So as Sean sounds like getting back into his room, we will continue, I guess. Now we will now talk about our particularly juicy op-ed that I was advertising, debunking the myth that Hulk Hogan created wrestling. Now, sit down, children, if you haven't already sat down, and I will tell you a little story about a man who wore a lot of red, a lot of yellow, and was practically bald, but he still had hair on the side.
But he's also still a real American.
Not just for political gain.
Not just for political gain.
Anyway, of course, back in the we're all familiar that pro wrestling used to be incredibly territorial. You would see promotions in the Carolinas and Georgia, Florida, Alabama, or I'll just say the Deep South because that Texas, and then all the way up in New York. There's a magical promotion called the World Wrestling Federation, or at the time the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, which was run by Vincent J. McMahon. not to be confused with Vincent K. McMahon.
It sounds like a children's story, a really shitty one.
Yeah, but anyway, with that, it's like, when Vince Senior decided to sell the company to his son, Vincent, the man we now know as Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the one who still runs it, he made his son promise to not buy out the competition. Well, we all know what happened there.
He had his fingers crossed the whole time.
Exactly. Little Vince said, "All right, Dad, you got it.
Now I'm gonna go check my email."
Of course, it's 1982, and really most people who have it are in the military. But
it just says like strong bad. That's all.
God damn it! Oh God, as if I didn't need to get off topic anymore.
Sorry. Anyway, continue.
But anyway, yeah, so of course Hulk Hogan just gleaned, Vince McMahon gleaned a lot of talent from all the different territories. Guys like Dusty Rhodes, Hulk Hogan, Ted DiBiase, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and the list goes on. But he wanted to add entertainment to it and basically make it, remove the veil of kayfabe gradually. I feel anyway. And so basically he put the banner on Hulk Hogan to basically create Hulkamania. Wasn't really a creation of Vince McMahon. Hulk Hogan was originally in the American Wrestling Association, the AWA. Was run by Vern Gagne until it folded, I think, in 1991. But anyway, what happened was Hulk Hogan basically brought the Hulk Hogan name to the WWE, and basically because he had a marketable enough look, created pro wrestling in popular culture.
Yeah.
Down in my Pepsi.
No, you're good.
But, watching you guys while I'm playing some piano. Well, anyway, because Hulk Hogan was a marketable guy, a lot of people think Hulk Hogan made wrestling, and that's not entirely true, or really even true at all. See, pro wrestling had been a marketable sell for years and years and years, even to its original roots in carnivals. Yeah, basically you'd have it wasn't uncommon to, of course it makes it casual. But anyway, it was uncommon back in the day to see a pro wrestler or two in the carny circuit, taking on any or all comers, and of course because of that, it became an attraction unto itself. Two notable guys that I can think of immediately that got their start in the carnival circuit were Rowdy Roddy Piper and William Regal.
Wow.
Regal, I believe, was 15 when he started out in the carnival circuits.
So he went by the name William Page? No, I'm just kidding.
But the more notable story, because of how often Piper tells told it, was the fact that his first match was in a carnival against the father of Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, Larry the Axe Hennig.
Wow, no kidding.
In which Piper, I think, was about 15 or 16, like I said. Yes. And he was...
Damn, going against the legendary Axe.
And was beaten soundly within 10 seconds.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
So Roddy Piper was the original Norfernum.
Pretty much. And if you saw the picture, you would see this ghost white stick from Winnipeg, Manitoba, trying to put on a pair of rights.
Oh man.
So yeah, like I said, in the days of Carnival, in the early days of the Carnival, like I said, was not uncommon to see pro wrestlers make open challenges to people or other wrestlers. It became an attraction unto itself.
Man, carnivals used to not suck. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, bearded ladies actually used to have full-grown, actual, honest-to-God beards.
Yeah, and they were able to make at least 2 hair pies out of them. Jeez.
Exactly. Hey, Sean, when will you be back in North Carolina? When will you be back in North Carolina, Sean?
Whenever I feel like it. Gosh.
When are you going to be back in North Carolina, Sean?
Whenever I feel like it. Gosh.
Alaska hunting Wolverines.
Yeah, I'm in Alaska hunting Wolverines. Atlanta, that was all a lie. I can't give an honest answer to that question. I was going to try to come back in the fall, maybe in September. But if I get a job and film, then I won't be back. So it all depends. But the current plan is September. Go fuck yourself now. To that last comment, go fuck yourself.
We are going to watch Monday Night Raw after this podcast lets out because we do not have a television in here yet. I am, at the makerspace in which I do the podcast, I'm actually still working on that. I probably will be getting one by the end of the week for this. So
yay.
I can basically do Monday Night Raw here as well. Anyhow,
I will be watching Monday Night Raw when we get out because I'm literally right next to my TV. It's right over there.
Yeah. But
anyway. Thanks for coming in, Chris Jericho, a.k.a. Rock Band Fozzy 213.
You don't suck a sucka. You rock a rocka.
You stupid idiot. Oh, wait. Oh, you're doing the Fozzy Bear bit. My bad.
Yeah. To which I have to say, you stupid idiot!
You stupid idiot!
Oh, God. Even when Chris Jericho is bogged down with PG catchphrases, he still makes it work immensely.
Oh, yeah. That. Chris Jericho can make anything work. Just like I feel like Ty Dillinger can make anything work at this point.
Yeah, a perfect 10 on a losing streak is able to work because Ty Dillinger.
Because Ty Dillinger. I even bought his shirt. I got the shirt coming.
I feel like you have like a whole second wardrobe of nothing but wrestling shirts.
Mostly NXT these days. Like, I bought the Enzo and Cash shirt. I got the Nakamura. I got, who else did I buy from NXT? Finn Balor. Man, I'm trying to remember who else. But like I said, I like Ty Dillinger shirt. Just a quick topic here. I like Ty Dillinger shirt. The whole, the numbers don't lie. But I still feel like they need to go the route of the Atari Jaguar and do the math on the back of his shirt. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man.
That'd be so dope. Yeah, like an Atari Jaguar Ty Dillinger crossover. That'd be awesome. Anyway.
Do the math.
Do the math.
We actually talked about the Roman Reigns suspension earlier. I think that it's still up in the Roman's main event position. Thank you.
Thank you for becoming a fan.
Yeah. Thank you for being a fan.
Going on YouNow and commenting.
But anyway, yeah, it's still up in the air if Roman Reigns' spot is going to be kept warm for him, because the main event of Battleground happens 2 days after Roman Reigns comes back from suspension. So I don't know if they're just going to run Ambrose Rollins at Battleground, or if they're going to run the Shield at SummerSlam. I would say have some build up and make it happen at Survivor Series, because that's when they debuted in 2012 was at Survivor Series. It would bring everything together so perfectly. Oh, Sean, someone has a question for you.
Yes, what's the question, Ashton? And hello, JoJo.
And hi, Joe. How you doing? How are you doing?
How you doing? You feeling SAWFT soft today?
Or are you feeling HAWRD hard?
W. Jesus. Okay, that was my question. So, how you do? Oh, was that your question? How you doing?
Do it. All right,
Nice.
but anyway, we don't know yet the extent of what Roman Reigns got suspended for. I mean, I do watch some Lucha Underground when I'm able to.
On occasion.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of free time because because my girlfriend doesn't watch wrestling. She doesn't think it's all that great, and I saw that, you smartass. And,
Obviously.
and also, just I have a 40-hour-a-week job that's pretty demanding. So yeah, just when it comes to stuff that's not WWE or NXT, I usually try to watch it whenever it is I do have time.
Yeah, there's only so many hours in a day. So the question was, can I ask you a question? Yeah, of course you can ask a question. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer it. So
I think the question was if he could ask a question.
Okay, yes. The answer is yes, you can ask a question. Do you actually have a question besides just asking me a question? Welcome to the paradox. It's Inception. Jeez.
It really is. Questionception.
Questionception. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I had an idea for how they could book the Roman Reigns situation.
Have him being attacked at a car, can't talk today. Having him be attacked in the car lot.
I thought you were going to say have him be attacked in a carnival.
Well, I mean, that way pro wrestling can return to its roots.
Return to the roots, yeah. No, I was going to say, yeah, attacked in the parking lot, but by who? Bum bum.
Yeah, really. I mean, I'm actually very excited about the brand split, but like I said, back to my point about Roman Reigns, it's still up in the air as to what he got suspended for. I mean, Adam Rose got suspended for Adderall, so it really could be anything.
Literally.
Yeah.
The brand split could be really awesome as long as John Cena doesn't get drafted to both Raw and SmackDown on the same night.
I think they're going to do it like, NFL draft or any other sports draft. With the first pick of the WWE draft, Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Personally...
No, I know, but what... Sorry, go ahead.
Personally, I think John Cena should go down because, like I said, John Cena brings ratings with him everywhere he goes. It would really help knock down ratings, especially when it's going live on July 19th for him to be on that show.
I agree.
And also the way that he can also help put people over as well, and in the quality of the matches, as evidence of last year. Marty Bell does need a big push in TNA, but I try to watch TNA. I try to hold back my reservation about TNA, and I really don't watch a lot of it
because it pretty much sucks now.
Well, that and it's also on the Pop Network, and I don't think I get the Pop Network.
That's a good point.
Yeah. You see, TNA TNA, I'm surprised, has not gone belly up. And I've been saying that I think everybody's been saying that for years now.
Yeah.
Like a couple ago, when they lost their Spike TV deal, Spike TV gave two extremely simple rules for TNA to follow in order to be re-signed to their network. Number one, no man-on-woman violence happens. Bully Ray puts Dixie Carter through a table. Fail. Second, do not hire back Vince Russo. They hired back Vince Russo. Don't be like TNA.
Get DirecTV.
Get the WWE Network. Don't be like Vince Russo.
Don't be like Vince Russo.
Oh,
man, why would you do that when you have a contract? Why would you do that? Why would you violate rules? It doesn't.
Yeah, and they were so simple. They were so simple too.
That is very simple. It's like you don't see any man-on-woman violence in WWE. You don't see that pretty much anywhere for wrestling circuits. I mean, you see it in real life because it's sad. It's a terrible thing that happens. But in wrestling, you don't see it anymore.
But Ashton's leaving. Well,
Ashton's gotta go. All right, see ya, man. Bye.
What were you using your monkey powers?
No, I got this fucking fly buzzing around me right now. I'm trying to get rid of it. Go the fuck away, stupid fly. Jeez, my God.
All right, but anyway, yeah, so a long time ago to a part of the podcast called my op-ed about why Hulk Hogan didn't create wrestling. Like I said, carnivals were a huge part of the pro wrestling atmosphere until probably about the 1920s or 30s, when Vince McMahon's grandfather, Roderick McMahon, or Jess McMahon as everyone knew him, was actually a boxing contest in Square Garden. And so in order to spice things up in between boxing matches, he decided to throw some professional wrestling in there to keep the boxing from getting stale, and to see if pro wrestling can draw as well as it did. Well, guess what? It. Bet you didn't. I bet you wouldn't have figured that one out.
Gotta do the math.
Okay. So, of course, in the late 1930s, early 1940s, television happened, and of course, pro wrestling was a good, cheap way to really test the waters of what can be shown on television, and what can be advertised on television. And for me, the worst WWE finisher of all time probably has to be, for as much as I love the character, I have to say Umaga's Samoan Spike is the worst finishing move of all time. What do you think is the worst finisher of all time, Sean?
In my time, in my limited knowledge,
in your knowledge,
my knowledge. Well, my least favorite finisher is probably. You know what? I hate to say this, but I really don't like this. Sheamus's bro kick. I hate it. I think it's incredibly dumb. Like, all it is a fucking kick. Who gives a shit? Like, it's terrible. I'm sorry.
That was the kick that took Daniel Bryan out in 18 seconds at WrestleMania 28.
All the more reason to hate it. Why do that to Daniel Bryan? Oh, he lost to a kick. One of the strong. He's a great champion. Everyone loves him, and he loses with a kick. Go fuck yourself, WWE. Jeez.
But that kick led to a chain reaction that caused the biggest push of Daniel Bryan's career. You cannot undermine that.
In the words of the WWE universe, you still suck.
Yeah, I hate the Superman punch to Rock Van Fozzy too.
That's not really his finisher, though. It's usually the spear now, right?
It's always been the spear, but the Superman punch is kind of like what happens before that. Right.
It's the beginning of the end, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, so of course, with the medium of television being new, and they're of course testing the waters as to seeing what's good television and what's not, they decided to throw professional wrestling on there, and guess what? Sure, it became a relatively good draw, but until the late 1940s, it was basically just wrestler A versus wrestler B. You would just see that, but of course in the days of Gorgeous George, you had George Wagner probably wouldn't be able to sell anything, but when he reinvented himself head to toe as Gorgeous George, he made pro wrestling the biggest thing on television. So really and truly, the carnival circuit, pro wrestling was huge in the carnival circuit, but I think, in my opinion, Gorgeous George made wrestling.
That's fair. It's a fair assumption.
Exactly, and I am a huge Jay Lethal fan. I think he is awesome.
So the conclusion of all this is that Gorgeous George made wrestling, not Hulk Hogan.
In my opinion, yes. Yeah, like I said, he was the original villain. He was the original over-the-top character. He was the one that brought pro wrestling into popular culture because people would pay phenomenal, fantastic money, exorbitant amounts of money, considering inflation, but to today's standards, to just straight up want to eviscerate this guy. You know, throw shit in the ring. You know, just yell at the top of their lungs at these people, and you know, like really and truly, that it really isn't. I'm still trying to think of the right way to say this. Like, you know, it's really the whole thing that, you know, like I said, Gorgeous just made wrestling. Watch some stuff back. You got to watch it in context. You got to have the context still, but really and truly, he was the one character that made people flock to whatever stadium he was performing at just to want to kick his ass.
That's a sign of a good heel.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Do any of you guys have any other questions or anything like that? I like Jay Lethal, of course. He's fantastic in Ring of Honor. Let's see. Of course, the last episode of Ring of Honor that I saw was a few weeks ago. They had they basically had Ring of Honor guys against wrestlers from I think New Japan. Do you think Goldberg will return to WWE? I think that Goldberg... It's tough to say, because Goldberg didn't exactly come in on the best of terms, and he didn't really leave on the best of terms.
But you can play as him in WWE 2K17.
You can play as him in... You can play as him in other WWE games.
Not the most recent ones, though. Was he in 2K16 or 2K15?
I think he was in 2K15, I think, maybe. Like you got to relive a bunch of Mania moments, and of course I had to push the hell out of Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, and and totally drive away from the fact that match was a total shitstorm.
Yeah, pretty much. on that topic, real quick with WWE, I did just notice that Brock Lesnar is the cover man for 2K17. Your thoughts on that?
Okay.
I know, right? Isn't that stupid? He's hardly done anything this year.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is that, you know, like, Brock right now is WWE's biggest draw. And I guess they're going off of that.
Yes and no. I mean, yeah, it's his biggest draw, but I don't know. Again, this year, though, he hasn't done jack shit this year. Last year, he did a lot, but I don't know. I think it should have been, oh, sorry, go ahead.
What is Jay Lethal now? That's a good question.
You mean AJ Lee? AJ Lee. She's off being pregnant for CM Punk's kid.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, that's what's happening. She's raising a new she's raising a new pipe bomb starter. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Sorry to go off topic again. I just had a really cool idea. Like during pregnancy, just Cult of Personality starts playing. Like as she's giving birth, Cult of Personality is playing. Anyway, all right.
Imagine if CM Punk made a WWE return. We
all imagine it.
We still are.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting 97 fans. Thank you.
Yeah, that is awesome, dude. But there's a certain song that goes with CM Punk ever returning. And sing along if you like. No way, Jose.
No way, Jose. No way. Yeah, I don't see it unless, yes, he starts a feud with No Way Jose. That'd be awesome. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God, CM Punk versus Way Jose. That would be just all kinds of what the fuck.
That'd be legendary. No,
No,
Jose. No, yeah, Austin Aries did destroy No Way Jose. I love No Way Jose. Okay. If you don't know me, you don't, man, Fozzy. Nice to meet you. I love No Way Jose, and I thought that Austin Aries thing was awesome. This is because I was just like, man, is Austin Aries gonna have a feud with No Way Jose? This is huge for Jose's career. Huge. Like,
oh God, I could just imagine if he ever made it past NXT. Hey Vince, do you ever see me becoming a world champion? And just Vince just going like,
no way, Jose, no way, Jose.
Dude, it makes me want to see Kid No Way Jose on WWE. Absolutely. Oh my God, he could be like Bray Wyatt's like best friend. He could be like his secret friend, trying to bring positivity into his life. His secret friend.
Because every summer camp has to have like those two secret friends.
Oh, absolutely, man. Just like the jock making friends with the nerd, it happens.
Oh yeah. If for no other reason than the nerd does the jock's homework and the jock, basically holds the fact that he can kick his ass or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, Robert H., I highly doubt CM Punk is going to make it. He finally match announced for September, I believe.
Yeah. September 10th.
He's going to get his ass kicked.
Probably.
He's an entertainer. He's a good wrestler, don't get me wrong, but he's an entertainer. He's not a UFC fighter.
I mean, that remains to be seen. I'm reserving judgment until I see it.
Yeah, I know. No, I can't wait to see it. I really hope he doesn't get his ass kicked. But man, I've watched some UFC with we saw that when we were visiting Brian, and I've seen some UFC on my own. I don't think he'll survive, but we'll see. Hopefully he does.
Yeah, Titus O'Neil kissed his son on Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they keep talking about that. Who cares? Let the man do what he wants.
Yeah, let the man be a dad.
Dude, I absolutely loved Money in the Bank though with that match with Rusev. That was the best part of the pay-per-view besides Ambrose winning was Rusev coming over to Titus O'Neil's son and be like, "You see your father over there? He's a loser. Happy Father's Day!"
Yes.
I lost my shit. I was drinking. I was taking a swig. I spit it out and just died laughing right there. I was just cracking up. Happy Father's Day! I was just like, oh no.
This is the Rusev that I think we've been needing to see.
I love this Rusev.
Yes. Where the hell has this Rusev been?
He's been in it. He's been in development hell with fucking League of Nations and that wasted project. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, and the love quadrangle that happened.
Yeah. And yeah, that was even worse. That was even worse than his League of Nations. Like, League of Nations, he started to maybe come up a little bit, but it still wasn't doing his career any favors.
No. Jim Cornette wanted to kill Brock Lesnar.
Have fun with that, Cornette.
Yeah. That's like trying to say the Titanic is made of chocolate.
What?
Well, I mean, somebody of Jim Cornette's constitution trying to take down someone of Brock Lesnar's constitution.
Oh yeah, no, that's like Little Mac trying to beat Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Oh, all you gotta do is just survive in the later rounds, and you're pretty much there.
Fine, it's like Little Mac trying to take down Bull. What was his name? Bull something?
Bald Bull.
Bald Bull. There you go. Bald Bull was pretty tough.
Oh yeah, dude. Freaking playing against Bald Bull.
I hate Bald Bull. Anyway, yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So anyway, yeah. Like, and even in the 60s and 70s, like I said, when the territories were starting to be huge, like Georgia Championship Wrestling in Florida, World Class Championship Wrestling, and all that. I mean, even in New York City, where where the Worldwide Wrestling Federation had happened or was going on, they had they would have the super card known as the Showdown in Shea, where basically it was a wrestling show that sold out Shea Stadium every year for several years.
Nice.
Yeah. So the fact that Hogan made wrestling is completely asinine.
Pretty much. I agree with that.
Ronda Rousey will get her belt back.
Maybe.
We'll see. I mean, they didn't do anything with Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania this last year.
Wasted.
Completely wasted.
Stupid.
It would have been the biggest WrestleMania women's match of all time. It would have been huge.
Huge. Look, Mr. Trump, I will have to disagree with you on this because everyone knows the hot stuff right now is... Mr. Trump, can we just have an adult conversation just for 1 second?
I'm not here listening to you.
I will team up with Hillary and we will kick your ass in the ring. We will see you at WrestleMania 33.
Hey, I got a tag team partner too. His name is Donald Trump's ego.
Little Donald Trump.
Did you see that on Fallon the other night?
Little Trump.
Yes. Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Sharon showed me that. I was like, oh my God. His Bernie Sanders impression was better than his Trump impression.
Oh God! So Fozzie says that he hears rumors that Jeff Hardy will return to the WWE.
Yeah, I brought that to y'all's attention. I heard about that too. And everyone I talked to, whether it was you or Wayne or DJ, you were like, not gonna happen.
I mean, I wouldn't rule it out, but Jeff Hardy is still, I think, in TNA. So, yeah, like.
Oh, he is. He's doing awful programs with Matt.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the crux of every Hardy versus Hardy feud ever.
That's an awful program.
Well, I mean, yeah, like their program leading into WrestleMania 25 was pretty good, but it's kind of forgettable in the long run.
It's kind of what? You kind of skipped out there for a second. I'm sorry.
It was kind of forgettable in the long run.
Forgettable in the long run, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, well, here's something that's not forgettable is their most recent feud before TNA Slammiversary. That's completely unforgettable because of how awful it is.
I really need to see that.
You need to see it. Botchamania just did this whole thing. Botchamania just literally took the whole video, and put it on their Botchamania account. But you can find it on TNA. It's awful. It is god awful.
Oh no.
At the same time, it's almost. Sorry, go ahead.
Like you've seen fetish videos that are better production than this.
Yeah, exactly. Like I watched it. Like I said, it's almost hilarious. It's almost like a guilty pleasure because of how bizarre Matt Hardy is now. Like just how outrageous he is. It's almost borderline Gold Dust level. Like it's scary. And I'm not talking current Gold Dust. I'm talking old Gold Dust.
Oh no. Like, are you talking old Gold Dust as in like now Gold Dust, or old as in like 1995 Gold Dust?
Like 1995 Gold Dust. I mean, like without the sexual innuendos and shit, but it's just basically he's just so out there. He's just like you wonder if he's the one on drugs now that Jeff's not. Now that Jeff is apparently clean, you wonder if he gave all his drugs to Matt. Yeah, just look it up. But yeah, WrestleMania 25, is that what you're talking about, Chuck? Jeff versus Matt?
Yeah. It was actually a really good match if you get the chance to check it out. But like I said, just everything at WrestleMania 25 got overshadowed by Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. I mean, it's one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah, okay.
But you know what we forgot to do today?
What did we forget to do today?
We got to continue our contribution to the 30 Days of Wrestling Challenge.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that. Whoopsie.
Okay, so we did favorite memory last, right?
Yep.
Okay, day 15, favorite pay-per-view or show?
Ooh.
Let's hear from you first, Sean.
Hold on. What was my favorite looking back? Okay, I got it.
All right, what you got?
In my limited knowledge, WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan.
Especially, and also the same pay-per-view that The Undertaker lost the streak.
Yes, but it wasn't my favorite because of that.
Starrcade
yeah.
87, Chi-Town Heat. I don't really watch CZW because I have to for that.
Do you watch CCW?
I just said I don't watch CZW. I have Botchamania for that.
Oh, I gotcha. Cute.
All I gotta see is somebody pull the lever and yell, Jesus!
Pretty much it.
Yep. So yeah, favorite promos or favorite pay-per-view for me, I'd have to say my favorite pay-per-view of all time. That's one I'm inclined to say WrestleMania 17, but that's the one everybody's gonna say. So I would probably have to say my favorite pay-per-view from top to bottom. Damn, that's a tough one, man. That's such a freaking tough one. I'm definitely gonna have to think about this.
Invasion 97! I'm just kidding.
Invasion 97. Yeah, right. Let's see.
Fastlane 2014.
Every pay-per-view that has had the name Battleground. Oh, God. Heroes of Wrestling.
Oh, no. Just no.
You've heard of that.
Yes. Does this just include WWE or is it any promotion?
Any promotion, really.
Alright, TNA Slammiversary 2013. My first one. Alright.
Never forget your first.
You never forget your first. Alright, WWE Shotgun.
I think probably my favorite wrestling pay-per-view ever would probably have to be... I'd say WrestleMania 24.
24?
Yeah, either 24 or 19, because both were amazing shows. 19 doesn't really get the love that I think it deserves. I mean, yeah, that's that pay-per-view that Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. God knows what were some other great matches.
Which one, 19?
Yeah. Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list now. I thought I'd help you out. Yeah, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Triple H with Ric Flair defeating Booker T.
That match was not really all that great. I mean, it was a serviceable match, but the build-up was kind of a bit racist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one where they brought up his criminal background?
They brought that up, and I think that they could have left well enough alone there, but of course, Triple H had to say, people like you don't get to be World Heavyweight Champion.
That's the one. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yes.
Some other matches from that pay-per-view, Lance Storm and Chief Morley with the Dudley Boys defeating Kane and Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, that was the pre-show right there. Undertaker versus...
Undertaker show.
Which was not really one of the Undertaker's best WrestleMania matches, but still pretty all right. Team Angle versus Los Guerreros and Chris Benoit and Rhino was a pretty good match for the
That looks interesting. Wow. Sorry.
But like I said, match of the night, far and a freaking way. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho.
Gotcha.
Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon was another good one. You would think that okay, like I've not seen Botchamania 312 yet. Oh god, Bonsai Drop by Yokozuna. I'm surprised nobody died in the ring.
What about how was the championship match? Lesnar defeating Kurt Angle.
Fantastic, especially the fact that Brock Lesnar pretty much almost died in that match, but still.
What do you mean he almost died? What happened to him?
Okay, so Brock Lesnar used to do this spot in development where he would do a shooting star press off the top.
Say no more. Say no more. I've actually seen that. Yeah.
Yes. Where basically Brock Lesnar just scorpions in the ring and almost breaks his neck.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was like the top 10 things WWE wants you to forget about Brock Lesnar or something. And I think it was on the list that says he almost died. Yeah.
Okay. Most overrated wrestler. In your limited
most overrated?
Most overrated.
Wow. All right, everyone say with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. John Cena! No, I'm just kidding. It's too easy, right?
Yes and no.
I mean, but it's like a given at this point. Maybe we should do somebody besides John Cena.
Hulk Hogan!
Roman Reigns!
Oh, God. Roman Reigns is overrated.
Yeah, sadly. They fucked him up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm going to recover from this suspension thing.
Yeah, really, I don't think so either. So besides Roman, Hulk Hogan, and John Cena, so let's not pick one of those. So let's see.
No Reigns, no Hulk Hogan, no John Cena. Most overrated.
Most overrated. I'll think about mine. You think about yours.
I got mine. The Great Khali.
I was gonna say the Great Khali. Yeah, that's a good choice. I'll go with the Great Khali. Yeah.
I mean, he was pushed to high hell. He even beat the Undertaker cleanly in his first match, and also became the world champion within a year. And he could hardly even walk, basically. And
so he was a cripple.
And he was employed for practically 7 years after that. So yeah, overrated. Next.
Yeah. So Great Khali, yep. Okay, next. Yep.
Okay, most underrated.
Ooh. There's so many. There's a lot for those.
Yeah. I would probably say the most... I'd probably say
Sorry,
the
go
most
ahead.
The most underrated for me, Shelton Benjamin.
I was leaning toward him, but I have another pick in mind.
Who is it?
I'm going to go with Kofi Kingston.
All right. That's an interesting selection. Could you hit on that one?
The reason I picked Kofi is because he was always very exciting for me. It was exciting for a lot of people, especially during those ladder matches, and I just felt like he deserved better. He should have been a champion a lot more. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, I think especially in that time machine segment against the Vaudevillains, Kofi Kingston comes out acting like it's 2009 and everything, and he's just like, oh, let me stay here too. That was my best year.
Yeah.
I think that just justified everything in your statement. And,
no, yeah, I mean, he's he's tag team champion now. He's been tag team champion for what, over 300 days now?
Yeah.
But I mean, he could have, they could have given him so much more. Like, I'm not saying world championship status. I'm talking more of, maybe he's a 4-time Intercontinental. I mean, I'm looking at his accolades right now. He got his accolades, but I just felt like he could have been more of a face of the company.
Maybe, but of course, Triple H is in office, and people like Kofi Kingston can't be champion.
Right, that's why I say that. I mean, you picked Shelton Benjamin. I think Shelton Benjamin's a better pick because of the fact that Shelton Benjamin didn't get shit in his time with WWE, pretty much.
Well, the thing about it is Shelton Benjamin, 3-time Intercontinental Champion, 1-time U.S. Champion, and he's also the reigning Intercontinental Champion of the 2000s. But I just don't think that WWE ever really saw anything aside from this is a guy who can do all the flips and stuff like that. Shelton Benjamin was probably the most naturally gifted athlete time in the roster, and I seriously and the guy can cut some. The guy actually can cut some good promos, and everything. And just the fact that WWE rather just decided to completely overshadow Shelton Benjamin is a disgrace, I think.
I'll agree with that. And, I'm sure you've already thought of this comparison before, but I think one thing that scares me is that they lead Apollo Crews down the same route.
I could see that. I mean, Apollo Crews is finally coming into his own. People are actually finally seeing, this guy's not just like a cyborg like we all think he is.
Oh, you say that because he lost to Sheamus last match?
No. Like,
what do you mean?
I think that Apollo Crews has had a hard time exhibiting personality, like actual charisma. I don't think he was actually given the chance to. Magic Sheamus and Money in the Bank showed that I think Apollo Crews still has a lot of mileage on him.
I gotcha. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking at comments. X-Pac is underrated. Why is the Miz IC champion? He's a joke. Yeah, I hate the Miz, but I mean, it's good for him to have the belt because it gives people who are better than him something to aspire to. Let's take it away from him.
Well, that and the Miz, I think, is one of, if not the only person in the roster who can exhibit genuine heat.
Yeah. Truth. Very true.
So the Miz is... I mean, we all hate the Miz, but we hate to admit just as much, if not more, that the Miz is a really helpful hand in the WWE machine.
We hate to admit that we love to hate the Miz. We love to hate him.
Yes. Exactly. It is a crazy paradox.
It is, right? It's a love-hate relationship, 3 Days of Grace wrote, "I hate everything about you," about The Miz. That song is about The Miz.
They saw the Miz on The Real World and said, I bet you we could take 3 weeks to write a song about it. Shit, I already got it wrote.
Fucking Miz on fucking Real... God, I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's basically how he came into the consciousness of WWE through the $1 Million Tough Enough was that he was on The Real World.
That's scary because, I went to school with a guy who's now on The Real World, and yeah, he fits on The Real World because he is just like The Miz. He's a fucking... Anyway.
Okay,
believe it or not, I actually went to school with someone. There's a guy on The Real World now named Dylan Moore. I went to school with him. We were in the film department together. Jeez.
Well, I mean, I went to school with somebody who's in the main ensemble of the Pitch Perfect movies.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's something to be proud of. Fuck The Real World. Pitch Perfect is awesome.
Yeah. I actually wound up watching the second one with Sonya when I was in Serbia, and I didn't think I'd like to be honest. And
it's actually a good movie.
Yeah, it's actually a good movie, especially the scene where they do the underground like Glee Club stuff. Like they have them and like a couple of other more established Glee Clubbers, and then out of nowhere comes like Clay Matthews and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my god. Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. It is all hell.
That is awesome. I haven't seen the sequel. I have not seen the sequel. I gotta check that out.
And you know what? I haven't seen the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
So, let our powers combine.
So together, we've seen the whole series.
We're two halves of a whole idiot.
For real. Alright, next one is favorite wrestling move.
Okay. I got mine.
Alright, what is it?
It's no longer. It's been banned, but Seth Rollins' curb stomp. Yes.
And what makes
I love the curb stomp.
What makes the curb stomp so great to you?
It was just so cool. Like, even when I hated Seth Rollins, like, there was a time that I could not stand Seth Rollins because he was feuding with Dean Ambrose. It was last year when Ambrose won the title, but actually didn't. And so I hated Rollins, but like I still admired that curb stomp. Every time he used that, whenever he used it against God help us, he used it against Ambrose, he used it against Roman, I believe, he used it against everybody. And I love the curb stomp. And when it was banned, I was heartbroken when it was banned. Ah.
Yeah, a part of you died that day.
Seriously, a part of Seth Rollins died that day, and yes, the Black Widow from AJ Lee. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've always been a big submission guy myself. You know, just the anticipation of seeing if they'll make it to the rope, if they'll finally tap out, if they'll pass out from the pain. I mean, it's the perfect way to accentuate high spots of high drama in a match. And for me, my favorite submission of all time would probably have to be, God knows. For me, it's a toss-up between Chris Benoit's crippler face and Angle's ankle lock.
The ankle lock was pretty dope.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, the ankle lock was basically originally introduced in WWE by Ken Shamrock. And when Ken Shamrock retired, Kurt Angle took it over. And, of course, Jack Swagger couldn't wait till Kurt Angle retired to add that to our. So, yeah, like I said, Ken Shamrock introduced it in WWE, but Kurt Angle perfected it.
And Jack Swagger ruined it.
Pretty much. No, Michael Cole ruined it.
Michael Cole ruined it, yeah.
So, I think because I just got that thought, I got to give it to the Crippler Crossface.
Yes.
Like anytime I create myself in any wrestling game, I almost always have to put in my finishing move being the Crippler Crossface, just for that reason.
It's a good reason.
Yeah. Favorite gimmick match.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Favorite gimmick match.
What kind of match has WWE not turned into a gimmick pay-per-view?
Right?
PTO page. That's another good one.
Man, I have no idea.
I'd have to say my favorite gimmick match would probably be Hell in a Cell.
You know what? I got mine.
Is it the Kennel from Hell?
No. Maybe. Just kidding. I got mine. So Hell in a Cell is amazing. I actually really like the last Ride matches with The Undertaker. But
oh yeah. Well, I mean, we could just go a whole entire. Oh God, the Red Rooster, Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor was really underrated, but I think that he further went down the pecking order when he did the Red Rooster character. You've not heard of him, have you, Sean?
I think I have. Elaborate.
So basically, Terry Taylor was given. He was a talented wrestler, but he he was given a character called the Rooster, where basically he would have his hair done up like this, like a rooster comb.
Basically, Sheamus now.
Yeah, so basically like bleach blonde, like surfer dude blonde hair, and then like a red mohawk to make it look like a rooster comb. And he would cluck like a chicken, during his promos, just yeah. Let that sink in for a minute.
Jesus Christ! Sometimes I'm glad I only just became a fan 3 years ago. Oh Lord!
And then,
Eddie Gilbert, the First Family.
Oh yeah, Eddie Gilbert was a really instrumental promoter in the territory days. But so my pick's Hell in a Cell. Yours is Last Ride.
Last Ride matches. Just because when I was surfing through the network, when I first got the network, I was looking up pretty much just Undertaker matches at one point, and I came across the one where he had with JBL. I came across God, what else did he have as far as Last Ride matches?
I think there were only two.
There was only ever 2, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was against Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy, yeah, I saw the only 2 Last Ride matches in history, I guess.
Yep.
There you go. And I loved the shit out of them. They were both awesome. I love those matches. The Mr. Kennedy one was my favorite just by a little bit, but I love the JBL one too.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Favorite era in wrestling.
Didn't we do that one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, we did our favorite year, I think.
Yeah. So favorite era in wrestling for me definitely has to be, for the nostalgia, the Attitude Era, but for the match quality, I would probably say the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Obviously, I didn't live through any of the eras except for the new one. But looking back on some of the matches that I've gone back and seen, I like the Attitude Era.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of people say the Attitude Era, and the Attitude Era for me is a double-edged sword. It was great, but I think that a lot of people overrate it. But
because of the nostalgia factor, probably.
Yeah, and also by the same factor, it's left wrestling fans. The Sean Porter boxing match, did not get a chance to see that yet.
No, I didn't either. I'm sorry.
On the same token, I think it's made the standards of today's modern day product almost impossible to reach.
There lies the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and yeah, just that's the one thing that I hate the most about the Attitude Era is that, like I said, the standards have gone up impossibly. So yeah.
Yeah, you can never imitate. Yeah, no, I mean wrestling, just like baseball and football, especially baseball. Because the whole steroid era where we had guys like Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire, and we will never see that again because of the fact that they were a bunch of fucking cheaters when they were doing it. I'm not saying the Attitude Era was like that, but I mean in some cases, yeah, some of them were taking steroids. So it's just an impossible bar to reach, unfortunately.
Exactly. Just like, yeah. So like I said, I'd probably say that my favorite era is the Ruthless Aggression Era, if not for anything else, but the quality of a lot of the matches.
That's fair. Wasn't the Ruthless Aggression Era started by John Cena? I'm just kidding.
Didn't Chris Jericho invent the internet?
No, that was Al Gore. Get your Wikipedia facts straight.
And last one is most improved wrestler. Like you follow a wrestler from one point of his career to the other, and which one do you think has made the most improvement in the span of time?
That's a good one. I mean, I hope we'll still be doing this in about 5 years, and No Way Jose will be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Are we still gonna be? He's gonna be like the last guy in NXT, just dancing around with the NXT title. No way, Jose! No way, Jose!
Oh! You want to challenge me for the NXT title? No way, Jose!
Yeah, that's how he'll become the NXT champion. Is he'll never defend.
I would love to see him become NXT champion eventually. That'd be awesome. That'd be so dope, man. Like he beats Samoa Joe in like a pay-per-view next year or something. Jesus.
Oh God. What he just plays baseball in the ring or something like that, and
yeah. He takes out Samoa Joe with his famous finisher, the baseball pitch.
Yeah. Oh God. But I think like for me, the most improved wrestler from probably the most improved wrestler today. God, that's such a tough one, man.
It is a tough call.
Yeah, I mean, how do you freaking choose? I would probably have to say that, in my opinion, the most improved wrestler of this modern era would have to be. Say it with
I got my pick. Okay. What's your pick? Go ahead.
I was going to lead to a John Cena joke, so you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, John Cena, he always stays on the same level plane of awesome. Well, I mean, if we were comparing wrestling this year to wrestling last year, my pick would be Rusev.
All right.
Because he had that downturn. He had that dip. He got married, and that was a big fuck up. And then they basically made him a jobber for about a year, and now he's the U.S. champion, and he's a dominating force again. So I would say Rusev, based on that merit.
My pick, Bayley.
Yeah, that's a good pick too, because Bayley came from basically the trenches like a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you went with Bayley basically going from cannon fodder to underdog to champion to standard bearer, all pretty much within a year.
That's very true. Bayley's a good choice.
I mean, yeah, like I don't think there's a harder working person in the NXT roster than Bayley, in my opinion.
Hell no. So the fact that she went from... Because I remember I came into NXT, I started watching NXT when she was still down in the dirt pretty much. And I remember watching... I didn't completely follow her rise, but I remember that Iron Man match, of course, against Sasha Banks. I remember when she started getting her pop, when everything started to kind of click for her. When that little girl always showed up to every show with all the Bayley gear and everything. I remember her rise pretty well. Like her rise... I wasn't always with her during that rise, but I remember that rise. And now you say the name Bayley, and it's synonymous with greatness. So.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. And I think that's going to be it. That's probably going to be it for this episode of Drunken Fools of Wrestling. If anybody enjoyed this episode, please tell your friends who are wrestling fans, who are not wrestling fans, and everybody else in between.
Awesome sauce. We will be back when you want to do the next one. Next Monday is July 4th, so we can't do that. Do you want to try for next Sunday?
I think there's going to be we have back-to-back weddings, I think, on Sunday and Monday. So.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like 4th of July, we have that, and then we have one. We have one on Sunday, which is going to close the entire house. On 4th of July. And
okay. So you can't do.
I don't know what my schedule looks like past tomorrow, so I got to come in for a work meeting on Tuesday or tomorrow, and I'll find out what my schedule is. I'll post it on the Fools of Wrestling page, and yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll decide on next week, I guess. Also, Chuck, real quick while I have you, you don't have that. You don't have your SD card with you, right? Your camera.
Not with me. It's in my camera at home.
Okay, if you could, if you're not super, I mean, we got Raw in a half hour, but sometime tonight, if you could, maybe during Raw or whatever, just keep me posted on the Facebook message about the footage. Try to give me the footage very, very soon. I'm going to start working on it.
Yeah, I'll try to do what I can, man.
Okay, I'll look up a website to see if I can figure out, because there's a way to convert footage from, like, one quality to another. So I'll look up a website. Yeah. I'll message you. Cool.
All right, cool, man.
All right.
Anyway, for Drunken Fools of Wrestling, I'm Chuck Beatty, and that's Sean O'Keefe. And, yeah, tune in next time.
A ding-ding.
All right.
So I'll look up a website. I'll message you.